Right, on that note, let's cross to my colleague Samkele Maseko, who's live at Nasrec, where the ANC's 55th National Elective Conference is taking place. It's over to you.
Well, Lisa, let's just get response from the head of ANC presidency, Mr. Zweli Mkhize, on the outcomes of the elections. Mr. Zweli Mkhize, the president has been re-elected. The essence of his re-election is the office of the presidency. Yesterday, he was seen as having less numbers as Dr. Zweli Mkhize. What transpired in the overnight numbers that you've gained once again?
Thank you very much. Actually, nothing had changed. If you remember, the president got the highest nomination by a huge margin, and that has been confirmed today. The notion that the margins were closing, narrowing and so on was just some form of misinformation to the public. But what it means, this re-election means that the unity and renewal agenda continues, and it has to continue this time with some more vigor, some more agility.
What will be one of the first priorities of the president once he office starts post this conference, preparing for January 8th next year and ultimately the 2024 elections? What will be one of his utmost priorities, and also looking that is further emboldened with him having more numbers in the ANC's officials this time around, as opposed to what transpired in 2017?
In the context of what is being discussed in this conference, obviously the preparation for January 8th are very, very important, and what underscores part of what will be happening at the January 8 is a strong preparation for the ANC to reclaim its electoral fortunes to where they used to be. So the president, as the mouthpiece on policy issues of the ANC, will be to ensure also that the implementation of our resolutions, is fast-tracked.
Mr. Mkhize, on a lighter note, the Secretariat has moved from Parys and moved to the lower tip of the Free State province, basically a handover from Free State to Free State. As a member of the ANC in the Free State province, with the election of Fikile Mbalula having lost out on the Secretary General position a decade ago in Mangaung against Gwede Mantashe, how are you feeling right now with him being elected as Secretary General, knowing that he hails from the Free State province? He lost out on this position a decade ago. Today he's elected as SG.
Right now, Free Staters are not happy. They are elated. They are excited about the election of Comrade Fikile Mbalula as Secretary General. We think will demonstrate once more to the country that we have what it takes as Free Staters to provide the quality leadership that this office requires.
Will you be able to finish a term of office this time around without being suspended?
Comrade Mbalula will finish it. We are hopeful that he will finish it, and he has demonstrated he has always finished all the terms of office he has been into.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zweli Mkhize. Just to get a response from the Western Cape province, Mr. Mkhize, you as the Western Cape had one of the delegations. In 2017, you were the smallest province. This time around, you grew. The Northern Cape was the smallest province. Northern Cape, yourself, and the Free State were ultimately the swing vote in this conference, in particular yourself and the Western Cape.
Yes.
With the outcomes, are you happy as the Western Cape?
Well, we are very happy as the Western Cape. Firstly, we want to congratulate the President and the national officials. Want to congratulate the delegates because they've really carried their mandates through. What has happened here is really a reflection of the nomination process that has actually taken place. And by the way, in many conferences, people tend to talk about kingmakers. For the first time, you had a united delegation of the Western Cape, seventh largest delegation. It was very clear from the beginning that President Ramaphosa must continue on the renewal path. We have demonstrated that and we have delivered that. So we're very happy as a delegation of the Western Cape.
Where did the nomination of Ronaldo come from, who is your coordinator in the Western Cape, as the second Deputy General Secretary?
Well, you'd remember that the province had nominated Comrade Phoebe Potgieter because you remember the Western Cape is almost different from the rest of the country. What is considered a national minority is a provincial majority. So it's important that the top six of the ANC must reflect the demographics of the country, particularly as it relates to the Western Cape. So when Comrade Phoebe actually withdrew his nomination, you'd remember that Comrade Tina Jumat Peterson was raised from the floor, and Comrade Ronaldo was also raised from the floor, which I think as a province, it did not come really from us, it came from another province. But we did appreciate the fact that at least now Western Cape, for the first time since 1991 until today, a candidate from the Western Cape went in, met threshold, was voted for by almost 2,000 delegates. But however, we think that the election of Comrade Ramaphosa, the second DSG, who's the youngest official, by the way, in the history of the ANC, is also a welcome development. Of course, as it goes to additional members now, we'll make sure that the demographics, particularly as it relates to our own province, is actually met in that particular process.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sfiso Mtsweni. That was Mr. Sfiso Mtsweni, who speaks on behalf of the interim provincial structure of the Free State Province. He welcoming the election of President Ramaphosa and also saying that they welcomed the nomination of Ronaldo, who contested the second Deputy General Secretary position but lost out against Marupini Ramokgopa. Sibongile Pesani saying that they are happy as the Free State with the election of Fikile Mbalula as Secretary General, and they're hoping this time around the Free State may be able to finish a term of office without being suspended. A jab there at suspended former Secretary General, right? Former Secretary General now with the election of Fikile Mbalula as the Secretary General of the ANC. Es Magashule no longer at the top echelons of the leadership of the governing party. Bongiwe.
And Samgele, one wonders what is going through his mind right now, because we remember this very moment in 2017 when he said it's only a matter of 5 years, comrade, Maibuye ANC. Well, I wonder if he realizes just how much, the 5 years have changed and meant for his career, and it'll be interesting to see what's next then for him. That's Samgele Maseko. They're in conversation with the ANC's head of presidency, Sibongile Pesani, as well as Sfiso Mtsweni from the Western Cape ANC.